This year, I started something new, the Saturday Music Gear News Report series. And in each of those videos, I shared a couple freebies, free plugins, free samples, so I've compiled them here and even added a couple extras. A few of the freebies from my news reports are no longer available. I've just collected the ones that you can still grab for free. I'll divide this list into instrument plugins, effects plugins, and samples. Now, if you want to conserve some space and just want to grab the must-haves, watch the whole video and I'll tell you which ones you should not pass up. If you want to support my channel, consider subscribing and click the notification bell icon to get notified of my new videos. I bring you gear reviews, tips, and of course, more freebies every week. Okay, first, there are 4 plugins free for a limited time. Let's get to those first. Arturia recently introduced their Juno 6 emulation plugin, and they've got the legendary chorus from that keyboard free right now. This is the first must-have, just because this chorus is so classic. Next, Vapor Keys gives you some more retro keyboard sounds in the form of samples and a contact instrument. IK Multimedia is temporarily offering their Memory V-Synth for free. More retro synth goodness. If you need something exotic, Native Instruments is giving away the Yangkin instrument right now. All right, those are the 4 limited time freebies. Let's get to the big list now. Everyone is always looking for the perfect piano sound, and I know this can be kind of personal, so try a few free piano plugins first to get to know which ones you prefer. Sonic Couture has its piano plugin for free. Hammersmith is a huge 4 GB sampled piano instrument. Now you need something lighter on your PC? Piano One is a piano plugin that emulates the sound of the famous studio piano, the Yamaha C7. Next up, Piano Tone 600 is something a little different. It's based on an analog piano sound from a 1970s electronic keyboard, the Gen Piano Tone 600. Spitfire Labs is a site that frequently offers free high-quality instruments. Piano Pads is more of a pad instrument with piano overtones. You'll see more from Spitfire Labs in this video. Monastery Grand is another large library of a piano sampled in a monastery in Pilsen in the Czech Republic. All right, more piano plugins from Sample Science. Resonance is inspired by the music of Nils Frahm and is great for arpeggios. Last one from Spitfire Labs, Rare Grooves Piano is an electric piano instrument. Again, excellent quality and unique sounds. Okay, let's get to some free orchestral libraries. Now, I'm just as picky with my orchestral sounds as I am with my piano sounds, so here are some nice free strings and orchestral sounds that I really like. First is my favorite, Ember Tones Intimate Strings is light on your computer and sounds realistic, and it's very easy to mix. This is a must-have, or at least a must-try. Again, it just comes in handy when I need a light string sound. Next, on the Versil Studios site, you can download a bunch of orchestral sounds in various formats, not just Contact. There are tons of sounds to try out. Project Sam is an orchestral sound library for Contact, super cinematic, perfect for scoring trailers. Orchestral Tools makes incredible and very big orchestral libraries, but if you just want a taste of their sounds, you can download Layers for free. Okay, the next one is super interesting. Piano Book is a site with a ton of free Contact instruments. Now, you'll need the full version of Contact for these, but the libraries are so unique. You've got the wine glass toolkit, a toilet lid drone, and a bunch of great sounds for cinematic music as well. Don't go there yet. Once you go down that rabbit hole, you'll never be back. Okay, let's move on from piano and orchestra and get into the synth territory. First is a bass plugin by Sample Science that's focused on the Reese bass lines for drum and bass, jungle, two-step, and garage music. Next, Dex is an FM plugin synth that has become a must-have classic. It's super detailed, sounds excellent, and has been around for a long time now and never gets old. It's based on the Yamaha DX7, by the way. Next up, the Cherry Audio MG1 is the latest free synth I've found and is based on a vintage synth sold at Radio Shack. The hardware version of this synth was used by one of my favorite artists from the early 2000s, Remy Shan. I love this. Earlier this year, Eventide surprised us with a free synth called Pendulate. They describe it as a chaotic synth. You can see why it's called Pendulate. Lots of movement for sure. It's also MP compatible. I think this is a nice, new, unique synth and is a must try. Here's another synth introduced to me by a subscriber. It's called Vital. The free version comes with 75 presets and 25 wavetables. Sample Science comes through again with a synth this time. Synthetic Vortices is a plugin that generates ambient loops from the Ensoniq Fismo. Next up is Surge, an open source hybrid synth. 3 oscillators, filters, modulations, and effects, all for free. Fury 800 is a synth which emulates the old Korg Poly 800 from the 1980s. And if you download it, don't forget to get the preset packs from CraftROM. Wow, how many more synths do you need? Who's counting? IK Multimedia has a free version of the Syntronic synth. Now, there are a couple other paid versions of this synth, but you can get an intro version for free. If you like it, you might be tempted to upgrade. Just saying. Cherry Audio gave us another free synth this year, the Voltage Nucleus, a collection of 22 modules of modular synths. If you like patching, this is a great little plugin for you. I'm not sure how long they'll keep it free, so go get it quick. Next, Nils Schneider has a replica of the Kawai K1 from the 1980s. You get 968 presets from the original factory bank, plus the Pop Synth module bank as well. The next freebie is a library of patches for Massive. So many people have Massive, and now you can download some new presets for it. Lots of patches for house and EDM in this package. All right, how about a couple drum plugins? Power Drum Kit 2 is a free acoustic drum plugin you can download right now. If you need some acoustic drums and don't want to search for samples, try this plugin out. Next are drums sampled from an MPC 2500. Beat Skills always brings the MPC and retro goodness, and these drums will give you that old school sound. Hey, before we get to the effects, don't miss out on my own sample packs and merch. Friday night features hard-hitting drum and synth sounds for modern pop, trap, and hip-hop. Aurora has MIDI chord progressions and samples, a huge pack for pop, EDM, future bass, and more, or just for some inspiration. And if you'd like to have my very own sampled Rhodes piano, you can get it in my virtual instrument called Sanjay's Rhodes. Thank you for supporting my channel, and check out my t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, phone cases, and more. Okay, listen up, it's another must-have. This is UJam Finisher Micro. This is one of those plugins you throw on any track that just seems blah and boring. It comes with tons of effects with pretty much just one knob to adjust the intensity of that effect. This spices up any sound or even vocals. All right, next is a new plugin introduced by Slate called Fresh Air. Fresh Air adds some, well, air, brilliance, shine to your mix. You can use it on individual tracks or the whole mix. Next up are two must-haves from Valhalla. Space Modulator is a flanger effect. I know that doesn't sound incredibly interesting, but Valhalla plugins always deliver. They are super high quality and very, very light on your computer. The next one is also from Valhalla. Supermassive is a huge reverb and delay plugin that is just massive. Am I running out of words to describe plugins? Listen, when Valhalla gives away a plugin, you go get it. All right, next, a fairly new plugin company called Baby Audio has released so many great plugins in the past year, and they have a couple freebies as well. Baby Comeback is a delay plugin, and Magic Switch is a chorus effect from their lo-fi plugin called Super VHS. All right, how about some guitar effects? Well, Native Instruments has a free version of Guitar Rig 6, one of the most well-known guitar amp and effects emulators on the market. 13 effects and 50 presets. You can also get this with a full complete start bundle, which is another freebie with instruments and effects. Complete Start is a must-have. Next up, if you need to tighten up that low end, get Sub Filter by Brainworks. You can adjust punch, rumble, and resonance. Great little plugin. Next up, Pitch Proof is a harmonizer plugin. You set your scale and then pitch for some really cool harmonizing results. All right, speaking of pitch, how about a free pitch correction plugin? Graylon by Auburn Sounds is a pitch correction plugin that does some more stuff in addition to pitch correction. I don't find it as accurate and smooth as Autotune, but it works in a pinch. Next up, Wider by Polyverse is a stereo widening plugin. I use stereo widening in all my mixes for one instrument or another, and here's a free way to achieve it. While we're talking about widening, Kilohertz also makes a widener called Stereo Snap-In. Simple 3-knob approach. Next up is a cool rhythmic filter plugin called Filter Step. I'm naming this a must-have because adding movement is one of the things we all too often miss in our mixes. This will give you some creative results for free. How about reverb? Tal Reverb is a free reverb by Tal, a company that makes nice synths, and the reverb is a nice companion for that retro reverb style. Now, saturation can add some character and grit to your sounds, and Softtube makes a free version of their saturation plugin. Next is Blind EQ, a new way to EQ without watching the numbers. If you find yourself getting wrapped up in the EQ numbers, maybe it's time to use your ears instead. Try this out for a change in your workflow. Next, must-have alert. Isotope Vinyl is a lo-fi dream. It replicates the sound of vinyl with lots of control to make the sound unique. They just updated their user interface, so don't miss out on this classic plugin for your lo-fi beats. Next, more lo-fi goodness. Chow Tape Model is a tape emulator. Get some reel-to-reel action with this little plugin. Crush is another lo-fi free plugin that downsamples your sounds, giving you that old school bit crushed sound. All right, one more effect, Piano Verb. Now remember to get the free version. This is a piano reverb plugin that you might want to try out. It's from PSP, the company that makes some very well-known effects plugins. All right, all these plugins are great, but what if you don't even have a DAW to start creating music? Well, you can download the new MPC Beats DAW from Akai. Great little DAW for beat makers. All right, next up, let's get into some samples. First, you can download a free taster pack from my own library. While you're there, download my free Rhodes instrument. Yes, there's a free patch for a dreamy Rhodes sound. Next up, more sample packs. First, if you like the sound of the Chainsmokers, you can download a pack from Orbit Sound with a bunch of samples to get that sound. Next, Momentum is a tool from Big Fish Audio that helps you slice samples. Ready for 2 huge collections? WA Production has a ton of sample packs for free, and so does Cymatics. Don't miss out on those. Okay, the next library is different. It's a user community of recorded sounds. Whenever I'm looking for a sound effect and I can't find it anywhere, I search freesound.org and always find it there. Okay, this year, Reason Studios released a sample pack for Halloween. If you didn't get it, it's still available. If you want something truly unique, check out the Ambisonic library brought to you by Rode. It was recorded as 360 degrees of sound from various environments using the Rode NT-SF1 microphone. Very unique stuff. Next, Superbooth offered a free pack this year from Schneider's Laden. You can download it using the link below. Finally, Bo Beats, an incredible YouTuber, synth expert, and a friend of mine gave away a sound pack this year with analog drum sounds. You can download it for free or name your price. There you have it, every free instrument plugin, effects plugin, and sample pack I found this year. Can I possibly find more? Of course, I'll keep bringing you more of the best music gear news, deals, and freebies in the new year. Share this video with your friends, work hard, feed your cat, and keep making the music you love. Hey, check out one of these videos next to figure out what to do with all these free plugins. See you later.